right. So it might be like October 97 or something like that. And we're playing, we had booked, we got done with our little tour. We're back home. We're still playing shows. We book 4 Wednesdays in a row at the Doll Hut, Wank Wednesdays. One of the Wednesdays has D-Generation booked from New York. So we're doing this show, and it's fun because we are D-Gen fans. They're basically like kind of like the Ramones, only more like a little glam rocky and stuff, but like super cool songs, cool dudes, and a good challenge for us to play with because we knew they were going to be kicking ass. So we do the show. We're showing up. We do our normal set. The show ends. I'm like, looking at my cables and spilt beer and everywhere, and blood on my freaking hands, just from cutting them on my guitar every night. And because that's the way I used to play, was just a little violently. I'm much more gentle now, but somebody comes up to me afterwards and he puts his hand out. His tattooed arm reaches out, and it's Mike Ness from Social Distortion, and shake his hand, and he goes, "Hey, I'm Mike." And I go, "Yeah, dude, I know who you are. Everybody knows who you are, man. Hi, And he goes, "Do you have a producer?" And I said, "No, we don't." And he goes, "Do you want me to produce you?" And I said, "Yes." And we exchanged phone numbers, and he was gone. And I called him the next day, and figured out a time to meet up at his place in Costa Mesa to talk about producing Wank, right? And so from work, I went over, met him at his house at lunch or whatever, and chatted about, what we were going to do. And he ended up coming to our rehearsal over at Mince's studio, and helping us because he was going to produce the New Year's song that we were going to do for that Drive-Thru Records comp, All Lang Syne. And so he came down to listen to what we had. So it was bitching having Mike Ness, from Social Distortion, come down to our rehearsal studio. Everybody's shitting their pants as he's coming into the place. Like, what the hell's he doing here? And he's with Wank. Right? Punkers are pissed. But so he's in there with us. And if anybody ever doubts, like, the talent that he's got, like, his voice, it's so unique, and you can tell it's him as soon as you hear it. The dude's a fucking rock star. Like, he's really very, very good. And when he offered his ideas and sang it to the microphone, it became clear why he's a rock star. So I've seen a lot of good musicians, great singers and stuff, and he's every bit all of it. He gets a little bit of a bad rap because they're like, it's a punk rock, it's simple. He's not that. He's a fucking rock star. So, and he did change my life and our lives. His involvement with Wank. We put that one out, and then he agreed to produce Larry Brown, because he goes, "Here, play me a couple more songs. Maybe I'll produce another song." So we had a little cassette tape of Larry Brown, and he just heard, "Black Roses, Leukemia." He's like, "Yeah, that one sounds like a good story. Let's do that." Like, so he wanted to do a song about something that had some substance to it, and we did Larry Brown, and then he took us into the Time Bomb Studios in Laguna Beach, where his manager and him had a studio down there off of Laguna Canyon Road. And we recorded it in with him and Jim Monroe. And it must have been October or November when we were in there recording that, maybe December even, of 1997. It was crazy, man. Like, being in there with him and being down the street from Time Bomb Records, and getting his input while we're tracking a brand new song. It was just awesome. And so working with Mike Ness was a big change for us. Um, in addition, he, after recording that one, he came up to Los Angeles, a session that Lauren Israel had set up a session with a producer up at the Beastie Boys studio in Atwater Village. So the studio that's in like Sabotage, where the guys are running up and down the stairs with the glasses and fake mustaches and shit. That studio, they had lockers and a bunch of bongs in the lockers. It was a great studio. But Ness came out to that studio and helped us when we were tracking White Lightning. And so, yeah, I mean, like, he was an absolute treasure to have with us. He gave us some really good advice about touring. He gave me some advice about smoking pot that I shouldn't, and then, but he gave me some. He also gave us a real leg up because he said, "Hey, we're going to be recording these live at the Roxy. We're recording a live album, so why don't you guys come down and maybe open a show?" So he recorded 2 or 3 nights at the Roxy. 2 of the nights he let us open for that show, I think, or something like that. And then, one of the nights we opened at the Roxy, the other night at the Palace, which is a giant venue also in LA. And so WANK was opening for Social Distortion. And, he's like, some people are going to like you. But fuck, a lot of people might do some mean shit to you. But it was really fun. It's a great show. All his fans were great. Maybe they knew that he was producing us, but Social D. And it was Mike, it was Dennis, it was Chuck Biscuits on the drums, and Johnny Maurer. So it was a classic version of Social D. Like, one of my favorite, groups of, as far as I loved the band, but that lineup was pretty fucking strong. Biscuits on the drums is frightening. But anyway, we were stoked. We were very lucky to be associated with them. There was a lot of press from that, and that led to something else, which I will get to. All right. Thanks for hanging in there with me. This is a lot of WANK episodes, but it's an interesting journey, so hang in there.